I've always wondered what heartbreak actually is. Because I flip between thinking, okay, it's like mentioned the word rejection. Is it a blow to our self-esteem? Is it the loss of a future that we had like built in our head?
Yes,
Because
yes.
if you can understand what it is, I was thinking, how do I give my friend advice on it? Then I know what the advice should be or the support should be. Because if it's a loss of this future, then okay, I know I'll say this. If it's his self-esteem, okay, I'll boost his self-esteem.
Yeah.
So
I think it's all of those things, but I think it's an ending, and I think that endings are hard. I think that what I always try to do when I have friends going through a breakup, and even with clients, is that, every beginning is born of some other beginning's end. So we talked about this the last time we sat down together, where I said that, I only got Kaba because Buster died.
which is your dog's?
Yeah. My dog that passed away 13, 14 years ago, and my dog that's now 13 years old. And one, I only got one because the other died. And I love both of those dogs so much. But if I'm being honest, I guess I have to say I'm glad that I lost Buster so that I could have Kaba. That sounds terrible, because I don't mean it like, oh, I'm glad that he died. But death, like that ending was part of life, and it made room for the beginning of the next thing. And what I always try to focus my clients on is that this relationship is ending. And there has to be honoring that, mourning that, feeling that, seeing it as the transition that it is, grieving the loss of it, but also realizing that every ending is the beginning of the next thing. And there has to be an ending for the next thing to come and for the next beginning to happen. And I have now watched that cycle for thousands of clients over a span of 25 years, where their life is ending. I was this person's husband. I was this person's wife. I was a dad who lived with his kids full time, that had them every Thanksgiving, not every other Thanksgiving, that I had them every Christmas Eve, not alternate years. In even years they're with me and odd years they're with her. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this was who I am. I'm dying. Like, who I am is dying. And I don't know who I'll be next. And when you're in that, right, and when it's your first divorce, it's not mine, but it's yours, it's very hard to see. Like, just like when someone dies, when Buster died, I said it last time, I said, I will never do this again. I will never love anything like this ever again. I'll never let my heart be broken like this again. I'll never open myself up like this again, ever, never. This is the worst pain. Why would I ever do this? Loving anything is stupid. It's insane. You're opening yourself up to the inevitability of loss. And yet, Kaba was such a joy. And now, I'm near the end of that. And what do? Well, I like to believe that now, I'm not saying that's not going to be as painful when it happens. It will be. But I no longer believe the world is ending. Like, I understand that, like, the beauty of who he is was born of the emptiness that had to be created by the loss of Buster. Like, I understand that now. And so, like I said, will I do it again? There's going to be a period of time where I'll say no way. And same thing with love. Like, people get divorced. I had a client last week say to me, they're right kind of in the middle of their divorce. And I said, 86% of people are remarried within 5 years of their divorce. And they said, oh, I am never doing that. Are you kidding? I am never doing this again. And every time they say that, I laugh, because I think to myself, I'm like, you're so wrong. And I get it. Like, you don't see it right now. Like, right now, I know you think that's true. Like, but you will love again. And you will, when you love again, like, you will feel it and you will be in it and you will go, oh, and this one's perfect and this is great. Like, I've done divorces for people that spent $1 million in counsel fees and went through absolute hell. And when they're about to get remarried, I go, we should do your prenup so that you don't ever have to do that again. Like, I'll do it for free if you want. Like, let's just do it. And they go, no, this is real.